Sunday fun day, and I think you can tell by the smile on my face I got new parts. The most crucial, the most vital, the most important part of ever to come to my little Model A Coupe arrived, and I love it. I love every bit of it. Thanks, Tim, if you're out there watching. Thank you. Okay, are you guys ready? Are you ready for this? Are you ready to see what happened? Ready to see what I got? I'm gonna show you. Oh yeah, baby. If that don't give you a Woody, I don't know what will. That is awesome. So as you all know, in the movie American Graffiti, the 32 Coupe, which I do not have, I've got a 31, the 32 was running a mana-free manifold, which they do not reproduce, but they are out there and hard to find. Very hard to find. But Offy does offer a manifold. They offer two manifolds. One takes the 97 carbs, which are a 3-bolt carb. Another takes the 4-bolt 2G Rochester carbs. And this is the next closest thing to the mana-free manifold. I told you, my car's not a 32. It's a 31. I can't afford a 32. That movie American Graffiti did it for me. That yellow coupe, that piss yellow coupe did it for me, even though I know deep down inside in real life the car is not the greatest car. But there was something about that movie that did it for me, and it made me a young hot rodder. And that's a good thing. You can't take that away. That car, that movie did that for me. So I've got my 31 Coupe here, and I got my own version of what I want to build. Had I been around when old Johnny Boy was around. And in my eyes, I'm building a 31 Coupe that's chopped 3 inches, that's running a Deuce firewall with a Deuce cowl vent with the same damn engine as old Milner had on his own, except maybe a little more rank of a cam and a little better pistons. So I wonder who would have won if he was still here today. Anyway, so my manifold's not the mana-free, but it is an Offy, and I love it. Look at that. Now I just set it on here for mock-up. So this Sunday fun day, I'm going to be honest with you, there's not going to be too much getting done today because I'm getting to that point where I need a few things that aren't here, but I'm going to do what I can today. So it's going to be just a play day. Like there's certain things I'm going to figure out definitely the radiator hoses today now that I know where everything is. Going to make sure my oil filler tube is going to clear this water pump adapter I got. I've got 3 holes in the firewall right up under here I got to weld up. I'm going to mount and drill the holes for my fuel block. What I'm thinking now on American Graffiti, they had the whole top half of the firewall had a piece of chrome sheet metal over it. I don't want to do that. The reason I bought this firewall is I love the lines, the designs. I want to leave it like it is. So I need to mount my fuel block. Now I've already looked at this. You want to keep it a little higher. Can't really mount it anywhere here with all this going on. I can't really mount it over there, but if you look carefully, there is a space. Do you see it? Because I see it. So I'm going to mount it, and I know you guys have seen it already. There's my space right here. So I'm going to mount it right in there. It fits nicely. Is it centered? Of course not. Center is where that rib is. You're never going to get it centered unless you start changing things, which I'm not. So I'm going to mount her up here. Fuel line's going to run straight down and run on the bottom edge of the of the firewall and be hidden underneath. That's my plan. That is the plan. Oh my God. I'm so happy. This is a gentleman I got off. Where are we here? Got his business card right here. He has done several of these manifolds for guys doing the clones of American Graffiti. He worked, see how it says Mana-Free on there? He worked for Mana-Free when they were being built. He told me. He said he worked there. Then he went to work for Offy. And he was honest with me. He said, honestly, 100%, he was super honest. I guess it depends on your motor and all that, but overall, from intake, from Mana-Free to the Offy, he said the Mana-Free is a little bit better. So there we go. Let's play, and let's see where we get with mounting a few things. Alright guys, I'm playing around here a bit with the intake. So what I did was I went and I yarded off the old Chevy valve covers, and I told you I looked and found a set of Cal Custom fin valve covers, 6 fins, just like they had on American Graffiti. And I bought those off of eBay, and they're staggered bolt patterns because I got the early bolts. I got the power pack heads on a 283 from 1958. So this is a 283. I did do a little more research. 283, 1958, 283, power pack heads with a 4-barrel on it. Oh God, now I'm lost my train of thought here. What was it? It was, I can't remember if it was 210 or 220 horse stock. So we're going to do it up a bit. So like I said, I'm not going for huge power in this car. Would have been big power back then, but not anymore. It's nothing now. But this is going to have around, when I'm done, I'm going to be pushing on 3¼ horse. That's about it. But in a car that weighs fuck all, with 411 posi in the rear. So should be a launcher off the line for sure. But anyway, we're playing around. So look at that. Is it looking better all the time? There they are. Now what I've done next is I figured out a radiator hose. So I got that figured out. I've got an upper hose here which I was working on, but I don't have the right thermostat housing. I grabbed a couple different thermostat housings. They're not going to work for me, but what is going to work is a modern swivel thermostat housing with a 45-degree angle on it. That will work. Only because some of you guys may be out there running the 4 carbs. Maybe you're not running this Zips water pump extender that brings it up. So it kind of interferes a little bit with some stuff. So I got to, because normally you could just run a water neck here straight up, but it interferes with this. So I need to have it, so I can turn it a bit on an angle and have it come up and then go over to my rad. So I got that. I also dug out, where did it go here? I dug out the chrome oil filler tube, again, with the Zips thing here. You can see where I've marked it lightly. Where we go here? It's right, well you can't really see it. Oh, the reflection of the camera. And, oh, there we go. Right there lightly. Now you gotta be careful because there's water running through this, but I'm just gonna take a little bit off the edge because there's enough meat in there. I can look through there and see there's enough meat. Then this will go, it'll just fit because it's lightly touching. And I can get my oil filler tube in. That'll be good, so I got that figured out. I got my fan figured out. I'm running the biggest fan that I can. Don't forget, the grill shell comes on here and sticks out. So this here is an 18-inch fan across. 18 inches, about as big as you want to go. If you start going bigger, you're going to be coming out. So 17 would actually be more ideal. But 18 is going to work because you can see how the fan is just, I don't know if you can even see. Well, you can't. The fan is within, let me set this down here. The fan's right here. And if I run my hand there straight, I can just, I don't even know if you can see it. You probably can't. It's just there it is. See, the tip of it just sticks past here. But if you look, the grill shell sticks out further. So that's going to come in. So that's perfect. I want to make sure I have no problems of overheating. Right now what I did was I mounted the fuel block where I wanted it, like I was saying. Doesn't interfere with nothing. I've mounted my radiator support rod brackets on there. And now I got to cut this out. Just got to cut this out in here. So I measured, this piece is 3 inches. So I left 1 inch there. I went in by one rod 1 inch, in by the other rod 1 inch. Now you just want to oblong it out as a hole like that, just for the rod only to sit in, because the nuts and washers got to go against it like that, obviously. So I got that figured out. Yeah, just little stuff. I think the next thing is I'll lift this back off of here, and then I can weld up them 3 holes. I don't want to do no welding of this on here. Yeah, let's put this on here. We can't have the, oh my God, I'm dropping everything. Oh my God, getting too excited here. So, this one, I don't know, I might paint the inside of these in here. A lot of people paint these, sometimes they'll paint, I might paint them either black, or I might do them the body color. I don't know, I've got so many of these things kicking around, it's unreal. I got these ones here, I've got somewhere, where are we? You can just see them right there. I've got more there. I've got some, I think I got some on the other shelf behind the car. I got these things everywhere. So, it is coming along. But yeah, we do got this rad hose figured out, that's good. Again, you guys might be running a little different rad hose because, you know, I've brought the pump up 4.5 inches, and I am running the old Hearst mount. So a lot of you guys, you're putting the side motor mounts in, you've got a little better clearance here. So I got that there. I got to run a block off plate because I am running a mechanical pump, or not mechanical, electric pump that's going on the frame rail in the back. So we're playing today. We're having a good time playing, just figuring stuff out. This car is almost there. It's at the point where we're figuring things out. Now we're welding up things, like little holes like in there, and we're making all the brackets. So I think I'm gonna cut this off next and see where we go from there. Okay, I'm just figuring out, get this rod here for linkage. I've drilled a hole, proper size hole, and left a little bit of play or slop. You don't want to use the word slop really. I left some play, enough, and I put a grommet around it. For now, it'll come back out. Left it so I can move everything freely. As you can see, where we're trying to do this. There we go. And returns perfect. So got that figured out. That's where it's going to go. Originally, when I never had the intake yet, I was playing around. You can see I wasn't too far off. I was guessing it was going to be over here. So I was the right height. I was just out by like a good 1.25 inches there. So that's not bad for guessing. So that's on there. And I'm just playing with the gas pedal here a little bit. Checking that out. So it's coming through right there roughly. That's my brake pedal. So this got a bend in it now. So that, I can't really see, that's falling down, but I got to get a different end on there. But it's going to allow me to have my pedal, if I can hold this in film, you can kind of see. I don't know if you can see that, not the best filming, but just enough distance away. Just enough, so that's just kind of figuring that out. But I got to get a couple pieces for that, so I'll just leave that for a moment. You can see I've tack welded on a couple bolts here and a couple more up here. Why I did that was I grabbed my fuse panel. I got my wiring kit in. I never did show you guys that from Speedway Motors. It bolts right here. I made it so it bolts there so I can bolt the fuse panel there. I had the dash sitting here at the time. I can get to it nicely. I just kneel down on the ground and I look underneath the dash and there everything is. So I welded the studs on because I don't want to drill through my firewall. And a couple extra studs I welded on for ground wires. I'll probably put another stud over here somewhere for a ground wire. I like that idea. So that's good. And yeah, so I think what we're gonna do here next is I'm gonna take the rod back off of the linkage for now. I'm gonna lift the intake off, take it off, take the valve covers off, because I gotta weld these holes up here. I'll take these rods out. These rods are figured out, my rad support rods. That's all good. So that's all kind of mocked up and figured out. I do have to figure the fuel line out. I'm gonna have to figure that out too. So I do want to do the fuel line that runs along the firewall before I take the body off. I don't care about the fuel lines along the frame. I can deal with that later. I'm going to have this one come down and go to a filter. And then I want it somewhere where the filter is down over this area so I can see it. We'll see about that. But right now we're going to remove this stuff and then I can weld up that little hole I drilled and weld those three up and we'll go from there. Alright, there we go. We're back to the ugliness. And we got the three holes welded up there and the little hole welded up there. And I'm going to show you what I did around the back here. Let's get around here. You remember now that I had done this one in here. I had the battery sitting up in there. Well, I did another one here. Now I brought this one out a little bit bigger because you can. Because if you look at the sidewall of these, this is where you'd put your panel. So I was able to bring this one out like an extra inch out. So it makes it a little wider. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. Some people make panels and they'll have a door. You can get the door panel made, obviously at an upholstery shop, not me, I can't do that. And they make a little door that they open. And that would, you'd reach in, you'd be able to get to this little section, which would cover all this. But I don't think I want to do that, and I'll tell you why. When they put that panel on there, it comes down and you're going to lose like, you know, a good 3-4 inches there. So I think my plan is when I have the whole car carpeted, I'm going to carpet right up into here, you know, just maybe leave this alone, and that way there I get that extra 3-4 inches on either side, which allows me to put, like, you know, my lawn chairs in there, or tuck my suitcase that way and put a cooler over here. So I don't think I want the panels. So, and I'm not fussy. If you throw some carpeting in the trunk, even if you see the black Dynamat in there, I really don't care. It's a trunk. I'm never going to leave the trunk open, and I'm not building a show car. It's going to be a beautiful car, and you know, it's going to go to car shows, but I'm not going to that extreme, if you know what I mean. Like some people even upholster the deck lid on the inside. I'm not going to do that. I just want to paint it and leave it alone. I like this showing like that. But with that being said, guess what the most exciting thing is that you also missed out on? Now, you didn't miss out on it. I just did it right now. I just mocked it up. The intake is a beautiful thing. The intake is number one for me. But there's something else that is here now. Let's look. You're either gonna like it or you're gonna hate it. I like it. I like it. You got to visualize it's not, when I get the tires and proper wheels on, the car's all painted, then it'll give you the right look. Let's take a look here. Oh yeah. Do you know what you're looking at right there? You are looking at the Nerf bar from American Graffiti. That's what you're looking at. It's exactly what you're looking at. Now, on American Graffiti, the 32, they had ran the license plate down below and it had the old vintage like teardrop light there, license plate light. I believe it was a Cal custom item too. Had it hanging down. I'm not going to go for that. Like I said, I'm not copying that complete car. This is not a 32, and there's certain things about that car I don't like. I'm going to put my plate right here. I like the plate here. And what I tried to do is there's a body line right here that comes along here and wraps around here. And I tried to, it's hard with the paper to see, but it is right. I tried to keep this bar right on the top line of that. Maybe I'll be able to see better here on this one. Right on the top edge of that. I try to keep it even. So there we go. It looks a bit odd because I've got the right tires and wheels on. It's wrapped in the green plastic. This is not a guarantee that I'm going to leave it on yet. I don't know. Here, let's lower the deck lid. Let's see. Got our trusty cheap pop rod in there for now. So, I don't know whether I'm going to leave it or not. I am liking the look of it though. I mean, its purpose is useless. It doesn't do fuck all. I mean, someone hits you, it's just going to bend and fall right off. So I just got it hanging there, just mocked up real quick. I made a couple tabs on the side, gave them a spot weld, and just bolted it on to see what I thought. I've also kept it so it just snugs up to the body. I don't got it so it's touching the body, you know, so that's good. So yeah, but that is the exact same Nerf bar as the old Milner's Coupe. So, I know, Rick, you're copying Milner's Coupe. No, there's just certain things about that car I always loved. And like I say, I still don't know if I'm going to go this route. I'm thinking also I might go, my other option is come off with a bar that comes around here, and I would put it right on this body line, same width, 1 inch, come around here with just a bar that's absolutely straight. See, because this has got the kick out, right? So hard to say. I don't know. So anyway, that being said, it was a busy day. It was a productive day. You saw a lot. I was down at the trucker thing. You saw a video. I got a video up earlier. If it's on there, Trucker Mandate. I'm watching all the truckers go by. Put a video up. I already got 10,000 hits on that video. All right, we got to get our freedom back here in fucking Canada. Enough's enough. Enough of this bullshit. All these vax pass and shit like that. Get that crap out of here. So anyway, I had to do that. Then I was working on my car, and I also, sometimes I have to work on Sundays. Sometimes I do. So what I also did was, this is the 67 Ford pickup, not the Mercury. I had to spray the box on the bottom half. I had to paint it. This is a tintable Raptor. So it's a bed liner that's tintable that I put underneath it. You spray with the gun, with a shoots gun. So anyway, not that I'm here to talk about this right now. We'll see this in a previous video coming up. But I just wanted to show you there was a lot on the go today. There was tons on the go. Actually, let me turn the heat off while I'm in here. Let's shut the heat off. We don't let the heat run at night. There we go. Let's shut her off. So there was a hell of a lot of things on the go today. So between going down to the trucker rally, working on the Model A, and painting that, guess what that means? It means my day's over. Fuck. Shut the heat, shut the compressor off. The day is over. I'll show you my wiring kit I got from Speedway before I go in, though. Let me take a look at that. Or no, not Speedway. Hang on. Let's get it out. It came from, where'd it go? Oh, I had it here. Oh, maybe I won't show you. Maybe I've got it tucked away. Yeah, it's from Speedway. I've got it tucked away, guys. Maybe next time. See all this shit under here? This is all of the Model A I've been gathering up. But it's buried under there. I was going to show you, but I don't feel like digging that out right now. Intake is back in its box right there, tucked away. So, thanks for subscribing, thanks for watching, and hell yeah, I had a good Sunday today. I had an awesome day today. I got lots done. Got up bright and early at 7 a.m. I've been going from 7 and it's 6 o'clock now, so that's it. That's almost 12 hours. I'm calling it a day. So hey, we'll see you this week for the shop videos, and we'll see you next Sunday. Take it easy.